Alright, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see we're in a washing box for washing cars. And yeah, we're not going to wash my car, but we have this PC right here. And this PC is from Matthias, and he's from Ahrweiler, which is in the western region of Germany, and that was the region which was heavily affected by the flood. You might have seen it in the news internationally, I hope, and yeah, so Matthias contacted me on Instagram and asked if I can help him, because he sent this video to me. And as you could see, that was quite hefty, and I also don't want to benefit from anyone's like drama, whatever, like not drama, but you know what I want to say. And so all the profit from this video will be donated to Apex Nürburg. You might be familiar with Apex and Misha, because we already built a PC for him, and they're heavily supporting the area down there. And yeah, any kind of profits will run to him, so he can maybe support the area further. And we will now try to hopefully clean this PC and see if we can rescue anything. So first of all, we have to get this PC out of this box. I asked him to properly seal, kind of put it into foil to make sure the environment is protected from this PC, because there could be anything inside and leaking water and whatever, and we don't want to like spill this inside the DHL truck or whatever. But first I have to somehow get this out of the box. Yep, all right, so that doesn't look too good, and the smell is also not too good, but yeah, let's completely open this and check it out. That's also the reason why I didn't want to open this in my apartment. Yeah, so look at this mess. That's something you just don't want anyone to experience. Alright, so looking inside the PC, what a mess. It's a 6900 XT, that's basically all I know, but we can also see that's AM4 platform. Yeah, the smell of this PC after it has been sitting like this for, I don't know, almost 2 weeks. We know it's AM4 platform, probably X570, we have G-Skill memory, as I said before, 6900 XT, and we have a Corsair RM series PSU, custom water cooling for the CPU, so it's definitely not a cheap system, and yeah, it's very sad to see something like this. Yeah, I hope we can save the SSDs just because of saving his data. We will see. Alright, so the main things we're trying to save is the mainboard bundle, so mainboard, CPU, memory, VGA, and of course the SSDs. We will take that apart, and everything else moves to the trash anyway. So that used to be a 6900 XT, but we will have to take care of that later. I mean, you know some of my videos, and I'm very confident that most of this will still work. We will still have to clean that a second time, but it's actually not too bad. It just depends what the PSU did at the moment when the power was going out, or like if the power was still there and if there was like a short, we will see. Yeah, you should see the faces of the people that are walking by here. That want to wash their car, and then I'm sitting inside this box cleaning a PC and they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So we're just cleaning some of the residues finally from the components. I also spotted one more HDD inside the system. Luckily, Caseking will take care of the trash, so they will take care of the old case and everything that's included and put it away. For transport from the car wash station to here, to Caseking, we put it inside a bag. This is one of the Corsair bags, which was included in the 7000D, but then we figured out there are some holes in there for ventilation. Perfect. Alright, so we're back home at my place, and we're going to continue today with this video with just taking care of the SSDs. I think the SSDs are the most important components simply because there could be personal data on there which we might be able to save. I mean, everything else can be easily replaced, at least for us. And that's also a point where I will have to thank all of our supporters, especially Corsair, Asus, iFixit. iFixit is partner of this video. And yeah, all the profit of this video will be donated towards Apex Nürburg. And yeah, if you also want to donate even internationally, you can easily donate to Apex Nürburg because they're doing such an amazing job. They have like 100 or 150 people that are helping out the people in the flooded area on a daily basis. They're just spending their free time there, just driving through the cities, checking out who needs help. And yeah, if you want or if you can support them, I will put everything else in the description. All right, we're first going to check out the SSDs, disassemble them, make sure that we can properly clean them. Hopefully we can save some of the data which is on there. Well, I will not check if there's data because I don't want to see his personal data, obviously, but if he can later check if the SSDs still contain his data, that would be quite awesome. We will replace the mainboard. Asus said they will send a new one, a B550XE. Which should be here tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And also Corsair did a great job there because, as you could see already in the previous footage, he already had a custom water cooling loop from Corsair. He had a Corsair PSU, and we got him some new parts from Corsair. So thank you very much for the support. We will have a new RM series PSU. We will have full, basically all the components we will need to put it inside the 7000D. Actually, I did this 7000D video yesterday for the Corsair Germany YouTube channel. Just some basic explanation of what this case is capable of, and I wanted to put it away, but Sheik decided it's a perfect spot to sleep on. That's why I don't have that much working space, but yeah, this will also be the new case we will use for the replacement of his PC, of Matthias' PC, and put it back in there. But let's check the SSDs first. We're starting off with this Kingston drive. I'm very curious to see if there's also a lot of dirt and mud inside. At least the screws don't look that nice. Yep. Even there in the smallest corner, there's still a ton of dirt. We will continue with this crucial 1 terabyte SSD. I guess it will just look exactly the same inside. Yeah, so basically the same. We will continue with the mainboard bundle, at least remove the M.2 SSDs first. As far as I can see, he has even 2 of these in there. Yeah. So this one looks the least worst. Not sure how to say that, but yeah, looks quite okay. Just a little bit dirty, a little bit bent, but that should be okay. Warranty void if removed, I guess, but I don't think that warranty will count much more. Very similar to our burned VGA, which we featured like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We'll do the same kind of cleaning process, just some dish soap first, and then clean it, dry it afterwards, use some cleaning petrol or like acetone, something similar. In the second cleaning step, dry again, and then should be safe. The SSD cleaning was easier and much better than expected. Actually, well, just compared to the burned up VGA, which was absolutely horrendous. But looking at the result, the SSDs look nice. They look fresh. They look almost like new. And we completely skipped the second step with cleaning with acetone or some like aggressive cleaner. It was just water and dish soap, and now properly dried. We will leave it overnight to dry completely because there could still be some moisture underneath one of the chips. The only thing we're not sure about is the HDD. We didn't clean or do anything to the HDD yet, simply because I'm not sure if we will cause more damage than it already had taken. Usually there are some like ventilation holes or like pressure something holes. Not sure if that's one of them, and yeah, not sure if some of the water could be inside the drive, and yeah, I'm not sure if I want to put this underwater. If any of you has some tips what we could do or how we should proceed with the HDD, please let us know. Fast forward 1 day later, as you can see, I attached the SSDs, the SATA SSDs, to this setup. We will come to the M.2 devices in a second. We will use the DIMM.2 to mount them. Should be fairly easy to attach them on the system and then check if they're present. But so far, good news on the SATA drives. Those 2 are his drives. Due to the respect to his data, I'm not going to open the drives to check if everything is there. But I can simply check with Crystal Disk Mark. By the way, I changed to this beautiful themed version thanks to the feedback on my Discord. I'm not sure what to think of this. Alright, but we will quickly do some read and write operations. First, the D drive. Just some simple sequential read-write should already give us an impression if it should work out or not, but I'm very confident that everything is still okay. Okay, so in the first test, the write operation was max of 17 megabyte per second. I'm not sure why it was doing that, or if something is maybe damaged. Just going to rerun this. Yeah, I think I will have to double check this. Not sure why it's only outputting 15 megabyte per second on write, but let's check the other drive. Okay, so the other drive seems to be fine. The 1 terabyte one. This should be the Kingston drive. Yeah, I will check what's up with the crucial one. I did some deeper analysis and did some checks with SSD set, which all looked fine. Also downloaded the Kingston software to check if there's a firmware update available, but there's no update. It's already the latest firmware. Did health check inside here. Everything is fine. That's the SSD temperature and that's also in line. So everything looks actually alright except for the write speed. Not sure why it's that low. If we check in just the Explorer, we can see that there's definitely some data on there, and probably it's enough to just copy the data from the drive and rescue it. Maybe if write is broken, not sure, but yeah, should be fine to at least rescue the data. The Seagate Firecuda M.2 drive was detected without any issues, also performance-wise looks perfect. And the Western Digital M.2 drive also looks great. Was detected correctly, correct speed, read-write, perfect. Good news for Matthias that we could save his data, because we can organize everything else. Like everything else we can replace, but not his data, and it's great that at least the SSDs are fine. Not sure yet about the HDD. I contacted Seagate waiting for a reply what I should do with the HDD, how I should proceed with this. And yeah, we will continue in the next video, because looking at the GPU, you can tell that there is no way we can like clean this card. I mean, we can clean the card, but there's a fan that's missing and that's broken. Also, looking at the backplate, we will look at that in detail in the second video. The backplate is corroded, like terribly corroded already, and I'm not sure if we can save it. We will see it. And at least in regard of the cooler, Corsair, thanks to you guys, straight told us that they are replacing or organizing a full cover water block, which is great. So we're not tied to using the stock block. Great news so far. We will continue in the second video in this journey. I'm very confident that we can build a nice replacement computer for Matthias. And today or tomorrow, at least from our point of view, for you it should be already in the past when you're seeing this video, I should actually receive a second PC from Eike. And very curious how his PC will look like, and I hope that we can also do some good stuff for him. And we're back. I didn't expect to receive such a quick reply from Seagate, but they basically confirmed everything we did regarding the normal SSDs and the cleaning procedure, but we know that the SSDs are working, so everything is fine. Regarding the HDD, he also pointed out that it could be quite problematic if we have a conventional HDD, which has this tiny breather hole, basically to equalize the pressure. And through this hole, there's always a possibility that some kind of fluids can enter the HDD, especially if it's spent quite a long time inside the fluid, inside the water. But we also confirmed with Matthias that there is no important data on this drive, so we can risk rescuing the drive. We will take out the PCB on the back, clean it, and see if we can save the data or not. So that's the breather hole I was talking about. That's what you find on conventional HDDs, and that's the thing which could cause trouble. But we're first going to remove the PCB, clean it, and see if we can rescue it. Alright, PCB is dirty as the rest. Like the SSD is pretty similar picture. We have this contact right here, which would be quite important, goes here. And 3 more pins right here, which should be the contact for the motor. Looks quite good so far. At least the PCB looks fine. It's the same as the SSD. All the contact pins look alright for this connector and also for that one. The only thing we can see, but that's something we can see through the entire PC, is everywhere where you can find aluminium parts, we have massive corrosion, like on here and like the backplate of the VGA. I will assemble and then check if it works. Not sure if that noise was good or not. Well, the HDD is present. That is something I didn't expect. You can actually see some water coming out of the breathing hole, and it's a safe indicator that there is definitely some water inside the drive. I'm going to save his data, just gonna duplicate the drive and then should be fine. Very good news, we were able to save all the 300 GB data which were stored on this 2 TB drive to our MP600. At the process of saving the data, it was quite interesting because there was a lot of water coming out of the breather hole, and then at a certain point there was like air coming out, which is an indication that there's like a small channel inside maybe, and at a certain point there was no water inside anymore and the air was coming through. Let's quickly open this to end this video and check how it looks like inside. Very interesting. There's nothing we can see inside. Oh, actually, there's a lot of humidity inside. I didn't see that on the first second. So yeah. Luckily no drop on one of the platters, but yeah. I mean, at a certain point, this one would have been dead anyway. So there's indeed a channel, and this also seems to be some kind of filter, so it can enter through this tiny hole and then go through the structure and be stuck inside this filter. That's probably the reason why it's arrived, at least until this point, because there was only water that was coming through and no dirt. Now we're done with this video. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, thanks for your support. See you next time. Bye bye.